paintbrush, and balloon bag for another NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. That's right, Balloon, and we are ready to get things on for the second game of the night on 2K Sports. And now, this is the Pacific Showdown between two California states, Lakers and Golden State Warriors. The last time with the last game, the Los Angeles Lakers tied the series with a 1-1 series, a 68-59 score. But this time, they're heading over to Chase Center in San Francisco. This is one of our big nights here, and we might be finding out who will take the next game on the way. Will it be the Lakers or will it be the Warriors? But a hero of Stephen Curry with Jimmy Butler and the team. Well, let's find out what takes on. As the head coach, JJ Redick and Steve Kerr are the head coaches for Game 3. The next commentators I have is Son of Beast. He's along with Wood Spooney, and David Aldridge will be the sideline reporter for tonight's game. This is going to be a great one. I can't wait to see what it is. Me too, there, Balloon. Me too. We'll see y'all later, everybody, for a post-game show after this game. Now, let's rock and roll. Don't miss a thing, because that might be Stephen Curry or LeBron James. You ready? It's gonna be great. Lakers! Warriors! Let's roll! See you later. Go time!
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA playoffs.
It's our big night here in Golden State, California, and San Francisco Bay. We've got the biggest matchups of the Pacific Showdown in Game 3 as Luka Doncic is ready to prepare to face against Stephen Curry. Lakers, Warriors, coming up next after this. Greetings, everyone. We are at Golden State as right now the Chase Center is about to bring the heat in Game 3 for the NBA playoffs. Hi, everybody. I am Son of Beast, and I'm here with my broadcast partner with Wood Spooney for tonight's game. And David Aldridge is on the court side on tonight as we're ready to prepare for the next one. Here are the starting groups. Moody's with Brandon Wasimski. Curry's with Jimmy Butler. And Green the center. And for the Lakers, Jackson Hayes is in center. He's along with LeBron James. Doncic is right toward the point guard position. And it's Reeves right toward the middle. And Hachimura in the shooting guard. Ball's tipped. We are ready. And we are off to start in Golden State. As the Lakers wins the tip-off, we are all filled up and ready to go. James will start the first throwdown here to start the Game 3. Oh, that's just big lies. How did that happen with James? He just really felt like he wants to try to do something of his own move, not my own style. Here's Moody. A pass over to Wasimski. Wasimski rolls the pass to Moody. Moody with the drive. He'll get his first two in for the Golden State Warriors. Moody's got his first bucket in for two. Doncic against Curry. Doncic moves around. With the spin drive, he will take it in. Luka Doncic, his first two-pointer against the Golden State Warriors. When I say about Alan Day, he's mentioning that this was only his timeout, but his most strategy, it was not really all he had been playing it for. I mean, you know, that's the thing that I always have to see with Luka Doncic, is he's been really playing in for some better tights. After playing with the Mavericks, they felt like it was not the big reason, but they really are sure enough that this kicked on from happening. Wow, what a block here from Hines. He had got his first rejection. 4 seconds on the shot clock, 6:50 remaining to start in the first quarter. Here's Moody for three. That one misses off the outside. Hachimura with the rebound as the Lakers will play it the other way. In the middle, Reeves on a shot. Great D by Green and Butler. Green sets to Curry. Curry, dish over to Green. Trying to find Curry. Right toward the middle. The first 2-pointer for Curry doesn't make it in. It's rebounded by Reeves. Reeves against Bizimski. And here's Reeves instead of over finding Hayes. 4-3, Hachimura off the rim, rebounded it, and it's off to take over again. Bizimski's not really like the only type that he's really been doing it for, but I've really seen how he can definitely handle it. But this is the hard time, and he's been doing it for some better reasons. Reporter for David Aldridge shocking in for Steve Kerr about Stephen Curry, the most fabulous of the player. His name is Chef Curry. He was more to meet the player that meets the eye, but does for everything that he does for. And for some of the reasons that he has been on the big take that he does for. Yeah, I really say that Stephen Curry's really like only the pressure that he does for. And what he did so is, he just really think he could definitely count that and make that happen. All I do know is that when Steve Kerr gets this thing done, it definitely pays it off. Butler for 3. This for the 3-pointer opportunity, and this one's rebounded by Reeves. Los Angeles have no scope for points in the game, and here comes Bizimski after the steal. Butler, and an offensive foul. That will be on Jimmy Butler, this first personal, and it will be turned over for Golden State. A bad start here. That's not going to really take over this at all. And you know what happens? He just bumped into Luka Doncic. That's definitely going to turn it over. First timeout will be called by Los Angeles with 5:01 to go. Definitely a big shock and all-star here in the Pacific. We noticed that this wasn't easy at all. Now, we're talking about Luka Doncic. He's really like all the pressure that he makes. The last time he was in the postseason, he played with the Dallas Mavericks, and they led their team all the way to the Western Conference Finals to beat over to the Timberwolves. And then he went all the way to the finals for his very first time to play against the Boston Celtics. You know, I feel about Luka Doncic, he has really been like all this stuff, and he's really like given anything he had really done for. I really love his status, and he's been doing so really well to give that one a better playoff start. Sometimes he just really been reason. How do you think he's really good at it? Well, he's just really like doing all the pressure he does, making sure he does his communication, and definitely yes. Doesn't really mean that he can definitely just pick it all what he done for. It really shows him off like how he does. As they're back on the court with new changes on offense and defense, let's have a status for LeBron James. The field goal percentage, 51.3 in first place over Najee Marshall. Well, it looks like the guy James, he's really like all the typing. It's really what I just really say. And with no reason, there is no happening to how he can definitely handle his own pressure. But all he does is, it doesn't make anything different here. Foul will be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his first personal and their first team foul for Los Angeles. Brandon Bizimski heading to the free throw line, shooting 2. It's just not even unfair for LeBron James' team. I mean, this is what happens with the foul. They've been really counted out. They don't start that often. First free throw coming up for the Golden State Warriors as they stop the clock under 5 minutes remaining. Brady Bizimski hasn't been able to make his free throws in a while. As you may have already noticed here, folks, it was how he definitely did happen. It definitely made him a great highlight moment to have him extended on his contract with the Golden State team. Yeah, it's kind of like really well what he's done for. I mean, I'm really saying that Bizimski's really like all the professional that he does for. His name is Pops. He definitely had state for the play in this game, and I'm thinking he from college basketball from the Santa Clara and Illinois Fighting Illinois. Illinois is just only the one day I really have to say for Bizimski. He's really late on a stoppage. Maybe that's why he has really been doing for some undertakes here for Bizimski to keep it on what he does. Jackson Hayes against Green. Now sets to James. Moody on it. The screen by Jackson Hayes. Here's a take, the alley-oop. Disrupt the lob for Green. Green sets to Butler. Here's the corner 3 for Curry. Bounce off fire. That'll be the first 3-pointer to start for Curry. And he's running on the hot line. I mean, this is where it starts.
Hayes against Green. Off to James for three. He tries it, but no good from the outside. Now Green will send it over to Moody. Here's a drive. Moody shot, count it, and one. Luka Doncic with his second personal foul and his second team foul for Los Angeles. This is really what I've really seen about Moody. He has been like driving it in as it's going to be turning over. It's a big play. That's a big action for Moody as he finishes off with a nice drive. After the foul put up by Doncic, here will be another free throw for the Warriors as he's at the line shooting one. Makes the free throw. Here are the Lakers. 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Gabe Vincent on Curry. And this will be an offensive foul on Jackson Hayes. That'll be on the Lakers as they turn it over with their first take. Now the new changes are on the court. As right now, Hachimura's checked out. Moving over to center. And Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in. The Warriors trail by 6, lead by 6. He'll set it over to Green. Green sets to Butler. Butler trying to watch it on in. Back to Curry from outside. Curry looking it over. Down to 4. Here's Wasimski. That's good for 2. And he makes it in for another 2-point basket. Timeout on Los Angeles with 3:33 to go. There's a little stat. I just really love seeing how he can definitely handle it, but he's really like on hand. Now as we're talking to him from the one play in, Stephen Curry, he beats over the Houston Rockets. It was our finish of his night for game number 7. And for some of the reasons that they've already played in the playoffs since 2018, the last part of a team that they have played it before was a better team to bring things on. I wasn't really seeing anything of what's going on with both teams. And for some of our takes, I was really sure enough that the Lakers would have noticed that the Houston Rockets would have made it all the way down. But sometimes they didn't really play it optimally if this turned to be like it was fair. Well, if it is fair, I mean, it would work. But if it's not fair, that means we have a little problem with a little change off out of the range. It really makes it like hard enough to like go and by. But as of I thought, it wasn't really easy at all. Some substitutions for the Golden State Warriors and the Lakers. As right now, the new changes coming in for the Lakers. Reeves and Hachimura are checked out. As now the other side will be Dayton Connect and Vanderbilt checked in. For the Warriors, we have new groups here. 3 players are out. Post, Hield, and Kuminga are checked in. News buddy Hield. He'll set it over to Stephen Curry. Here's the drive. That one's off and missed away. James with the own rebound. Off to now to Grant Dalton Connect. Connect. From the post play. That's missed from the corner range. Curry will give it over to Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield sets it over to Butler. Here's a drive. A step back. It's good. Jimmy Butler with his first bucket in. 14-4 is the score as they're up by 10. Gabe Vincent. On a carry, James from outside for 3. It's good. He finally nails the 3-pointer, and it's a 14-7 game. They really had no choice. That must have happened with LeBron James. He was wide open. Here's Butler. The setback over to Kuminga. Kuminga. Again to Curry. Curry. Back to Butler. Butler. Round the back. Rebounded. Post up. And it's a solid D by Vanderbilt. James on his way down the other end. And a pass to connect for 3. First 3-pointer can hit. Here's a rebound. Another 3 hits it in. That will be Vanderbilt's first 3 in the point. Just about 1:45 left to remain. You see how they're catching it up. That's what happens. They're not getting good at defense. They just need to give some new strength. This is what happens if you don't play it oftenly. You got to keep moving. Butler, 23. That rolls off the rim and it's rebounded by Cadet. There's the pass over on a take, and here we have a foul on the Golden State. Jonathan Kuminga's first personal foul, and the first team foul for Golden State. Gabe Vincent heading to free throw line shooting 2. It was not really easy to take in. You're not really starting it off. When Guy Vincent was showing off the attack, he really could do. He just kind of have to try to keep things going. If he doesn't, that means he's really going to be out of time, and he'll be too short to give it over to. It's not really a nice compliment to give it over to, but it's just not even easy if he does it for real. Vincent knocks the first free throw. New group here for the Lakers and for the Warriors. James is checked out, and checking in on the court is Goodwin. Warriors making new changes. Gary Payton II checked in for Jimmy Butler, and Kuminga and Jackson Davis comes on the court subbing in for Post. And he's good for the second free throw. LA down by 2. Curry. Watching on Gabe Vincent, trying to set a screen for Jackson Davis. Kuminga. Here's a back stepper. And that rebound will put it in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Colton Connect. Vincent for the post play. That's good. They are tied up for 14 to start the first quarter. Not an easy take when you're doing this. I mean, it looks like Stephen Curry needs to get some fixing move. Kuminga sends over to Gary Payton II. And he will send it over to Jackson Davis. Around the move, he will get a 2. That'll be his first 2-pointer for Jackson Davis. Payton II gets his first assist. Vincent, a spin move, takeover. Wow, what a fancy play here for Gabe Vincent. Unbelievable moment, and he wants to tie that one up. Oh, that's not what I was expecting now. How did it happen with Gabe Vincent? He was really not giving it all. Kuminga, past the heel, and he'll now send it to Curry. Curry, in turning mountain, he will get a 2 this time. Stephen Curry has got 5 points in the game under 30 seconds. Vincent, spin move, Goodwin, back to Vincent. A step back, 3 for Goodwin. That's missed. Rebounded by Jackson Davis, and he rolls it over to Stephen Curry. Watching the time go down, he'll set it over to Kuminga. Kuminga, here's a 3 for Payton. And he trips it! Makes the 3-pointer to end the first quarter. 21-18. Man, how do you believe that? As this is a fantastic start for the Golden State Warriors. Yes, they do. I mean, that's what they started off. Kill the lights. 21-16 is the score. We'll be back with the second quarter after the break. And if you're just tuning in for the second quarter, we have the first quarter down, and it's a good big lead off for the Golden State Warriors, a 21-16 game. As we're off and set, ready to go for the Warriors, they have some new group changes. Podziemski is with Buddy Hield. Then it's Gary Payton II, he's with Jackson Davis, and Green towards center. For the Lakers, Luka Doncic, he's with Austin Reeves, with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Hayes to center, and it's Goodwin in power forward. Here's Doncic for the 3. Troubles it up, it's no good. Hield will get it over to Jackson Davis, set it over to Green. Green will give it over to Jackson Davis. Sets it to Green this time, and it's no good for the 2-pointer near the rim. I don't know what he's happening, but that must have been a problem with some better releases. He didn't really think it wasn't good enough at all for Draymond Green to give that pass up and look. Green sets to Braden Bazimski. He'll give it back to Green. Green sets it to Bazimski. Bazimski looks at Jackson Davis. Heald will try it at 3. And he nails it. Makes a 3-pointer for Buddy Heald as he'll have his first 3-pointer. Now here's Reeves. He sets it to Doncic. The screen. Doncic right toward middle. 3 for Reeves. That rolls in and out. Green with the rebound. He has his 4th. And now swing it over to Heald. Heald sets it again to Payton the second. Keeping the time rolling down, now finding Heald. A roll back to Payton. Sets it to Bazimski and a bounce pass to Green. Shoots over Hachimura. That's good. Draymond Green drops it in for the first 2. 29.1 assists on the average. They're 4th place. Tonight, they have 10. Yeah, they're doing it. All they've done now is just keep on scoring. Here's a drive, and now we'll put it in for Hachimura, another 2-pointer for Reed. He's got his first 2 in game number 3. Bazimski rolls the pass to Heald. Heald sets it to Payton the second. He rolls over to Bazimski. A set over to Heald. Backstepper over the free throw line. Great rebound by Bazimski. He will make it in. Brandon Bazimski has got 6 points this game. He's really up to the pressure. How did Bazimski really keep on for coming? That's what he was really noticing. He really took it away. Draymond Green with a nice defensive rebound. He's got his 5th. You know, I thought there was a foul here, and I thought J.J. Redick would have called that a foul immediately, but he definitely did. The referee was not even noticing the hard and dirtiest play, but he really did. Had a great cleanup. Payton the second. Heald, step up for 2. It's rebounded by Doncic. 5 minutes remaining in the first half of the game. And here's a 3 for Reeves. That's good. He drains it from the corner as it's now a 7-point game. Lakers down by 7. Bazimski rolls it over to Payton the second. Trips it over, now finding Heald. Heald looks to Payton, and now finding Bazimski. Around Doncic. Solid D for Doncic as he gets his own rebound. Well, I really didn't feel like, I thought Bazimski was able to make it in. But it looks like how good that is. I felt that this would happen with Luka Doncic. He really settled it at the right place. That's unbelievable. Green off to Payton the second. Payton finds Bazimski. The pass over. Heald. Round the 2. That will put it in. Buddy Heald with 5 points in the game. Down to 4 minutes. And Doncic going for 3. Still no possession to make the 3-pointer in for the Lakers. Jackson Davis settling over to Bazimski. He will find again a Heald this time. The pass to Bazimski. Looks over to Payton the second. Here's the drive, cutting and bounding. He got it. Payton the second gets his first 2, and now he's got 5 points in the second quarter. That's really impossible. The takedown there's no question with that. That really must have been a take-on action with a better take. Timeout given by Golden State Warriors with 3:26 remaining in the first half of the game. And this is where we are calling in for you guys because the tickets of BFDI and the AM Insanity, we only have a few left in between the Seattle, Chicago, Fort Lauderdale, and Houston. New York and LA are both sold out. Most popular of the town to watch and enjoy the excitement. So if you want to get yours here, we have some couple tickets available for you. Some of the VIP tours are sold out, but others are remain open as a general audience seatings for ticket permissions. If you're looking forward to get in, step in now. BFDI.com/BFDI.tv to get your tickets, or be in animatessanity.com/tickets, and you can be in it. And don't miss the skit, as we have a new one exciting for you, the Party Freakout, featuring the BFDI and Anime Insanity Tour 2025. Are you looking to see a new skit coming back? If so, prepare yourself. beginning on July 13th, only on Son of Beast. Now some new line group changes here for the Warriors and for the Lakers as Jimmy Butler is back on court with Stephen Curry. 4 players are checked off the court as James are back on the court with Vanderbilt, Finney-Smith, and Connect moves over. Now Curry will swing it to Butler. Butler for the finish. The drive, stopped down. Looney gets it to go. That'll be his first 2-pointer for Kevon Looney. Here's Doncic. Trying to score it in and get the point back in board. Doncic looks to Finney-Smith. Finney-Smith in the wing. Here's a drive out. Oh, Finney-Smith gets his first throw down. They really are stumming the crowd now. Talking from David Aldridge about Luka Doncic as he's noticing from J.J. Redick, he wants to make this game happening to his life. And what he does for his brother, played it from him but since he was growing up, it was not easy for him, but he definitely made it all counted down. What he does notice, we rarely appreciate to make things go back the way we came from. And for those of you who are thinking, well, Luka Doncic has been a better Slovenian player. He wasn't really sure enough that he was going to give it all that he can. But for that, it just happens, big times effort. Yeah, I've seen so much from Luka Doncic now. He's really like giving all his energy status, but sometimes he doesn't really make it all of a good take. He really is dropped down to make 1-2-pointer, and he does have it all. But as for Doncic, he's really like giving all his perception. He must have maintained it. I played hard for a life. Since growing up, I had one of our big takes here on the sibling, and there was no reason why I really had to choose him for. That's my goal power. That's for Luka Doncic. He does for everything. Gabe Vincent checking in for Luka Doncic as he passed the 2-minute mark in the first half of the game. Coming up will be the halftime report, as this will be Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaq O'Neal with our biggest takes of going on with a Pacific Showdown in the first half of the game. You'll be seeing things right across the globe. No matter what happens, it's going to be amazing for one, so don't miss out the halftime show. Coming up after the game. And it's right over to Looney. Looney over Finney-Smith. That will tip it in with a teardrop blow. Looney's got his 4 points of the game and only 1:13 remaining in the first half. Here he comes right over again, a shot, and this will be fouled on Jimmy Butler. That's his second personal and the second team foul for Golden State. That's not even happening with Finney-Smith, and he's really like knocked out. And with no other question is being put in, he's knocking it, not putting a good effort. Free throw coming up here for Dorian Finney-Smith as Jimmy Butler is crucialized that he's trying to give over it from LeBron James. Well, I felt like LeBron James wasn't really easy enough, but, you know, it's not really a great take. I mean, if he has it for any fight, he have to be playing it for a real guy. It's not a competition. You have to fight for it. Even when they don't do, they won't take it back in. Finney-Smith misses the first free throw. New line group here, as back on court will be Jonathan Kuminga. And Brandon Bozimski's checked out with Moody and Looney. And this will be Post back in the game. And he drops his second free throw in. 1 minute left in the first half of the game as Stephen Curry's on his way down the other court. Here's Kuminga on James. Here's Stephen Curry for 3. Oh yeah, he's made another 2 3-pointers. He has 8. This is definitely the hardest 3 that he's ever been working on his accomplishment. Stop that 3. Vincent passes over. Finney-Smith dunks it in. And that one gives another defensive breakdown by Gabe Vincent on the assist. Well, this is how bad luck is striking. He's not really looking at anything. Post sets a pass over to Butler. Down to 30 seconds in the first half. A set over to Kuminga. Give a bounce pass to Post. We'll try it.
and he couldn't get it back. That's Dorian Finney-Smith with his number rebound of the game. Here's James. 3 for connect. That's no good. Moody with the rebound, and they will take some time to close things up, and that will end the first half here for the Warriors. It's 41-30, that biggest lead up by 11. We will get the halftime show, and when we come back, we'll get the third quarter ready. This has been like an extension here. A big start, nothing phase at all. And now to get to you courtside is David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, the driving kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if you can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, there, Dave. Thank you very much. Please stand by for the halftime show, and we'll get ready for the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Golden State did not hesitate to set the pace. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a spirited 14-4 run to start. Much of their early lead was flushed down the drain, though, as they ended the quarter up by just 3. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at that. Big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, they've shown a lot of discipline on the offensive end. It's not about getting a quick shot, it's about getting a good shot. If you want to know how that approach is working, just check out their field goal performance.
Hey, Kenny, how about what you saw from the Lakers?
Ice cold, frigid from beyond the arc. The question is now, can they shake it off and get back in the groove? Another option is compensate by going to the rim.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks, as we're ready to get started for the third quarter here at San Francisco. A big thanks to have a look for Stephen Curry, and he made his own great use of his skill from Jimmy Butler and, of course, with Jonathan Kuminga and the others. It has been a big start for him, but especially talking with Moody, he realizes that he has a lot of intelligence to bring in for his life. And we are ready to start the second half of the game as Curry will have the ball, 41-30 to score. He's with fun with Moody. Jimmy Butler's right toward the wing. Then it's Green in center. And then Podziemski with the shooting guard. Podziemski sends to Moody. Moody will swing it to Podziemski. Right around Reeves, and a rebound puts in by Austin Reeves with the rebound. Reeves, wide open look, Vincent. That rolls in and out, and rebound by Green, sends it over to Moody. Moody sets to Curry on a drive inbound, and he got it in. Stephen Curry with 10 points in the game, and rebound and assist goes to Moody. Oh, he's just been in an absolute big moment, and I really love seeing that. That's great, thanks. Reeves in an open look, and he got a 3. It's out down by 10, 43-33. Now Curry, sending a look open, now finds a get over to Moody. Moody passes to Podziemski. Podziemski, Moody, pass to Green. Green, around the shot. That's rebounded by Finney-Smith. Rebounded by Vincent the other way. And here's a 3 for Reeves. This time he makes another 3. 2 in a row, and it started the third quarter. Oh, they really are not really getting enough that speed here. I think that Jimmy Butler needs to get moving things in. Butler around Reeves, and it goes right into the net. Jimmy Butler watching the time go down, and it's now has 6 points in the game. Reeves, Hachimura for 2. That rolls in and out. Green with the rebound. He's got number 7. Green goes over to Curry. Curry to Moody. Now here's Butler. He's right toward the wing.
Send the pass over. Here's Curry for the wide open lip. And take the splash down from outside. Curry's got 13 points. Oh, this is an historic moment out there. Very lucky like that. This is a hard take to do for. Timeout called by LA Lakers with 5:49 remaining in the third. Look at this place. This reaction is definitely like winning in some big moments that he's really been doing it for. And now I know he's really giving all what he can. We do have an update here for the ticket infos, as right now Houston is already sold out and there's only 3 locations left. We have 1 for Seattle, the other for Fort Lauderdale, and 3 in Chicago, Illinois. These are the only ones that are still available from the Pacific Coast, Central, and in the Southeast region. So if you're looking forward to getting your tickets in, be sure to head on over to the website, bfti.tv, to get your tickets, or go to animatedsanity.com/tickets. There's still a few of them left. No VIP tickets here, as they're all sold out. And there's only a lot of general audience tickets for all the guests who are welcome in. Be sure to get yours on time before all of them are gone. And don't miss out the skit. The Party Freakout is still available to give it all what you got. And with the Party Freaks, we may not know what turns to be out with that, so that's going to be on July 13th, only on 7th Beats. Get ready for the party. And that was some new changes here for the Lakers and for the Warriors. Hachimura is checking in for Gabe Vincent, as now back on court is Luka Doncic. And for Hayes is checked in. Doncic looks to Hayes, passes over, Hachimura up, takes his rebound on a take, slam down! Wow, what a take in by Rui Hachimura. He has his throw down to put it in. Listen to this one. Rui Hachimura hasn't been really slamming it in here. That's what the problem that might be doing. I don't think there wasn't anything that's going to happen. Toward the middle, Curry around Doncic. That's good. Stephen Curry's got 15 points, 6 out of 9 field goals, and Moody with the assist. On the take, a foul is picked up on Green. That'll be his first, and their first team foul for Golden State. 5:11 to go in the third quarter. And now he will be heading to the free throw line, shooting 2. Hayes hasn't been really making his free throws in, but he seemed like he wants to do it for plenty. Yeah, I'm pretty much sure that he could definitely try and get the free throws in there. But the problem with this, I think Hayes needs to get right over this a lot of working free throws in to practice every game. You see that? That's what definitely did happen, and he misses the free throw for the first attempt. Subbing in for the Warriors is Podziemski, as Buddy Hield's checked in on the court. And also LeBron James, he moves over. You'll be seeing what's going on. And he misses the second. So both free throws missed for Jackson Hayes. Yeah, I told you so. I felt like he wasn't able to make it in. Here's Butler on the drive. Solid performance here for the Lakers as Doncic has the ball. Under 5 minutes remaining. Jays are outside. That's missed and rebounded by Jimmy Butler. He has his second rebound for tonight. And over now, Curry. Here comes the Doncic after a steal. In the middle. Rui Hachimura for 3. That's rolls it out. And it goes in over Stephen Curry. Goes right with the number 2-pointer. He fouled not at all. Stephen Curry looks for a screen. Jimmy Butler going for the move. On the tape. Here's Butler. And it rolls out by Hayes as it goes right toward closely to the rim. And pass in. Hachimura up. He will take it in. Number 2-pointer takes it in. A 50-42 game. Austin Reeves with the assist. And here's Moody. Moody rolls back to Curry. Warriors are moving the ball back, bouncing around back and forth. Here's a take for the 3. Yes, sir! He makes another 3-pointer. That's 18 points. He's really not done yet. He really would have had all the great countable down. Alley-oop to Hayes. That's miscommunicated. Green's got his 8th rebound. And he'll hand it over to Curry. A fade finds Hield. Hield gives to Moody. Moody around Matt Jackson Hayes. That's missed again. A rebound by Austin Reeves. Now Doncic is right toward the wing. The ball's tipped. It's stolen by Hield. Here they come. Alley-oop. That miss off the lob as James takes over. James watching the time carefully. James, 3 for Doncic, and it's good. He makes the 3-pointer. A 53-45 game. They really are putting in some closeness on this point. I'm not really sure what's going on. It looks like they're going to have to change their mind if they do this. Moody sets to Curry. Curry to Hield. 4 to 3. That will triple it in. He has this 3-pointer for Buddy Hield. Reeves on Buddy Hield. Trying to watch in. Here's a shot. A solid D by Green. Curry's on his way down. He'll set it again to Hield. Here they come, and a throwdown, and he's fouled. Now on Jackson Hayes' 2nd personal foul, and their first team foul for the Lakers. Well, I think that Jimmy Butler must have happened with Buddy Hield, and he really didn't have it all, but he could definitely do it for him to make that shot. Now he has 2 free throws on his way. Free throw coming up for Buddy Hield at the line shooting 2. Hield hits the first free throw. Now some new changes here for the Lakers. Goodwin is checked in for Austin Reeves. And the other way is Vanderbilt. He's checked in for Rui Hachimura. The Warriors are making new changes here. 3 players checked out. Payton II, Post, and Kuminga are checked in. And he drops his 2nd free throw. Timeout given by LA Lakers with 2:15 remaining in the 3rd. 58-45 is the score. They trail by 13. And here's some upcoming games here, right on the line for the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. With the first game that's happening here, the Bucks taking on against the Pacers at Fiserv.Forum. The first game here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Then, following along with the 2nd game, we have our biggest rematch here that nobody has ever staked to anything with this one. As the next game, as we will be seeing right underway on the line, we do have another team that will take it all from here. The next game for the Western Conference, and this next game will be happening here on the next location. That's going to be happening here at... Sorry, I'm trying to think of it right away, but I still can't even remember it right away. As we have the Rockets taking on against the Timberwolves, that will be the next coverage starting at 9:30 p.m. And then, following along with the next game, here for the Eastern Conference, the Celtics and the Magic, but the Cavs and the Hawks are on the next matchups to take things in. That coverage starts at 7 p.m. And with that, the only other game left, as we are spelling on for the assistant of the game since the All-Star game, is the Warriors, 28.7. It seemed like it must have been out there, so every single digits here are putting in the sign. It really does deserve the punch. And as a part of the last game, we've already seen the Nuggets against the Clippers. You've already seen this one in the game. But the last part of the game, as you'll have one takes in, as you'll have another take in look. The next game will be on its way to show what goes in. And this will be the Dallas Mavericks facing against the Thunders. There we go. Now I got my mind at it. So all these games here are only on Sun and Peace. Catch all games year-round by subscribing to my channel. If you don't, somebody will take over it, and we'll score your buckets in, and you'll be dunked over by the alley-oop. Don't get beat up. Oh, you hear that? Don't get messed up if you're doing anything. So that means Bucks and Pacers, 1 p.m. Mavericks and the Thunders, 4 p.m. at Dallas. And it will be Hawks and Cavs at Atlanta, Georgia. And finally, Wolves against the Rockets at Minnesota at 9:30. That makes it number one in for Hill. And he has another 2-pointer. He has 12. Look at this play. So now you can definitely tell from the Golden State Warriors, they really are heating it up. Post sets to Curry. The pass finds Post. Post looks to Curry. Curry on a drive. That makes it in. And he's showing a lot of sign to the crowd. 22 points for Curry after Post. Doncic, James for the 3. That's missed again. Another miss here by Los Angeles. Now Post will give it to Curry. Curry will give it over to Post this time. And here's the cut in for Kuminga. Round the back. That will put it in around Hayes as Kuminga's got his first 2-pointer. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Doncic, Vanderbilt for 3. Missed again. And Post will now head it over to Hill. And I think it looks like Curry might have it. For a step back. And that misses in and out. That's the end of the third, 66-47. The leading series will be determined if the Warriors wins the game 3.
Oh, I definitely really love the feeling of this one. I think this is going to be happening just for now. We come down to the end of the third quarter, 66-47 is the score. Fourth quarter is coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you shortly. Let's have a weird moment for Steve Kerr.
Fantastic. Great defense, offense, simple passes will get it done, right? You guys look great though. Keep the pressure on.
And he's having a blast out there. He's doing a lot of terrific jobs for the Warriors team, and we really appreciate that everybody's been doing good, keeping it right away. Yeah, I know that he's been doing like coaching communications are really like the harder way to do for him. And I've really never seen anyone that can definitely try to keep all the passes in. Sometimes it definitely takes anything that he does for him. And now I know that he really had it all coming in. After a bucket made by Kevon Looney, here's James. James, pass to Doncic for 3. And he makes a triple. 68-50 is the score after James with the assist. He was really quick afterwards. I mean, do you think that's going to happen? I thought so. And here's Kuminga, right to outside. He will send it over to Podziemski. Podziemski passes to Kuminga. Well, we're down finding the Butler. Butler sets it over. Kuminga over James. And that rolled it out already for Kuminga. He tried everything, but didn't work. Here's the 3 for James. That goes in, and it goes with a cutting down the digits down by 13-15. And if he makes 2, that would be down by 13. Well, it doesn't really make it out of there. I mean, this is quite challenging. And now the pass to Kuminga. He's over to Butler. Butler gives back to Podziemski. Podziemski over Doncic. That it's off the rim. Rebounded by Hayes. Doncic, and there'll be a reach on Buddy Hield with his first personal. And now the new substitutions are coming on the court. Hachimura checking in for Hayes. And for the Warriors, 2 players checked out, 2 players checked in as Podziemski gets Moody and Green on court. Here's a 3, and he drops it. Austin Reeves still holding on to tight. 9-0 run in the last 111 per game. Timeout will be on Golden State, as they both have 3 timeouts remaining for both teams. Doesn't really say how much matters it goes with. It looks like there's a new changing opportunity. They really need to get all that one fixed. And with that being said here, you may have always noticed it, I mean, the next part of the game, we'll be seeing what the NHL playoffs will look like. So, what is your take on this?
Well, I think there's going to be only one team that's going to shut them down, but the other teams are going to stay along because one of them has the two offensive on their positions, and I was not really sure if they are doing this before. The longer time, the faster they do for it, and it's the better that they haven't had a chance here. And it's just really like how hard it's going to get to. You know, I'm not seeing anything, but this might have been our key question here. It just really stands out. Sometimes you just make it, sometimes you just don't. That means to decide your son of base, it really is going to be a harder way to get that one down from coming. New change on the court here, as right now Kaminga will try to get some teams for the new communication by Pazimski. And talking for David Aldridge about Luka Doncic, he was really what he shows naming Luka. It's definitely what they say for an LD in short. But for moments after the Mavs, the Lakers have made a shocking feeling because he was there on the dark side after the Mavs fans were really desperate. It was nothing they saved for, but all it does happen now, it never gets things done easy. Yeah, it's really hard, and must I say now, all the Mavs fans were really disappointed. There is no heartbreaking. The pressure really is going to go over this to give it out. And for somebody that's over on the line, nobody's been standing it after all. Fragrant fouls, and then Draymond Green, as right now this will be 2 free throws coming up for the Lakers. Dorian Finney-Smith's at the free throw line shooting 2, as the Fragrant has been upgraded. Fragrant, you're not doing it successfully. There's two fouls to give here on the foul on the Fragrant. You're not doing it for real. You can't play it that way. Finney-Smith knocks the first free throw. You see, what happened with this play, he was gripping it. I mean, he was definitely tripping him over. That's going to be an upgrade to a Fragrant foul. So that's definitely how bad luck it is for Draymond Green. So they're not doing it correctly. As the finish puts in for Jonathan Kuminga, they're back to the starting 5. And now Doncic right toward the wing. Passes over, and here's a shot. Great stop here by Green as Moody gets his 4th rebound. And a pass to Green. Green looks to Moody. Green thrown outside on Dorian Finney-Smith. Moody on around the drive. That pulls a rebound by LeBron James. And a 3 for Reeves. Oh yes! They're pulling it back down by 9 after James with the assist down to a final 5 minutes in the 4th quarter. Curry will give it to Green. Green sets the pass to Curry. Curry gives to Moody. On a change. Back to Curry. Curry. And a pass to Butler. Butler around Murray. Hachimura, and Butler trips it in with a teardrop flow. He has 8 points. Now look at Doncic. James tries for the 3. He couldn't make it. The rebound by Green. That'll be number 9. And it sets to Curry. A pass to Pazimski. Pazimski on a cutter. The inbounding 2, no good. Finney-Smith, the pass to Reeves. Here's a drive. Oh, he put a slam dunk right in between the zone. That's a big knockout. Curry sets over now to Moody. Moody now finds Curry. Curry gives to Pazimski. And he'll bring it over to Curry. Curry finds Butler. And there will be a trip on a block. That will be Hachimura with his first personal. And their first team foul for Los Angeles. That's the right call. I mean, that is the right call. It's not at the offensive ball to put the foul. It's only on the blocking. That's good. It's good news that you're doing it for him. And I will send it to Moody. A set pass. Butler. Set back for 2. That's no good. Finney-Smith with the rebound over down to Doncic. He's really not getting all the targets in. This is nothing. I mean, I don't know what's
what's happening here, but they're really getting some 2 pointers off the current. This really is a big knockout for entirely. And he didn't really think it wasn't going to happen that way? Well, he really didn't think it was a better choice at all. James against Moody. Here's a cut on a motion, and it drops over to Butler. James gets a number 2. Stephen Curry with the ball. He will now give it over to Moody. Moody with some flop steps. On a bounce pass to Green. Gives to Pazimski. Right to the middle. Round the back. Good. Pazimski with another 2. That's 10 points. He really just had that comparison. He's trying to go over from Austin Reeves, but he's already on fire enough. I mean, nothing really settles down, and this is definitely the hardest motion that he's ever been doing. Here's Moody. A chance for 2. He grabs the rebound. Butler goes again to Green. Moody still in cold. He only has 5 this time. And now Pazimski. Over Reeves. He can't hit it that time. There's another rebound by James. James. And rolls into the reach. Now being Moody's head. Moody with his first and a 13th foul for San Francisco. The Golden State Warriors. And now Hachimura's checked out as Jackson Hayes is checked back in. Dorian Finney-Smith moves over to power forward. James slides back. Curry trying to help the team out. There's a 3. Doesn't get the flush, and this will keep the ball alive for the Lakers.
Los Angeles basketball.
2 of 3 remaining. Still a lot of pressure here for the Golden State fans. Here's a 3 for Reeves. No. Dunk it. Good. This is really like on a hard pressure. Los Angeles Lakers on a 20-6 run. Kaczynski gets to Curry. And now he gets Moody. Moody. Pass to Butler. Up for 2. Over Finney-Smith is good. Jimmy Butler with 10 points. He's a hero. Big stars don't really have to siphon out for one big reason. They really got it all. And he goes out of bounds. This will be Warriors basketball. We're nearing a 90-second mark. Stephen Curry with the ball. Sets to Moody. Moody finds over to Curry. Curry sets to Moody. The pass to Green. And here's another one to Curry. Curry gives over to Butler. And the shot is no good. Finney-Smith with the rebound to Doncic, and here's James. James in a drive. Oh, and he's fouled. Bobby Moody with his second personal. 76-67. And it's LeBron James going back to the free throw line shooting 2. They're not really expecting the same from James. He was really not showing what he did. He's really been bumped out. Not going to happen. James at the free throw line shooting 2. He makes the first free throw. Sometimes it just didn't make a good use of his setup. And now as James, he's really like watching timing angrily. I think the fans are definitely hearing on LeBron on James, and it looks like Warriors are definitely only the better choice. Second free throw's good for LeBron James. They're down by 7. Curry giving some time to let the clock roll down to a final minute. Curry, the pass to Moody. A set over finding Green. Green fades. Here's the 3 for Curry. It misses. Finney-Smith rolls to Reeves. Reeves in motion. With the fade. Pass to Doncic. For the 3. It's good. Right to the corner. They're down by 4. And as Curry will handle it, the foul will be on Doncic. That'll be his 3rd. And their second team foul. 1 foul to give for the Lakers. For the double, with the pass to Moody. And he'll have to foul intentionally here for James. That'll be his first. Now at the free throw line will be versus Moody at the free throw line shooting 2. This is definitely a biggest battle here. This was sometimes he was going to get close here again, but not really sure what's going to keep happening. This is definitely intense. You can hear the crowd for the Warriors. They are rising up. This is definitely one of the biggest. Doesn't hit the first free throw. He'll have to do one more. And he drops the second. Second to last time out goes to LA Lakers with 32 seconds. This has been a punch back out there towards Pony. Do you think that this is a great way to win it? Well, I thought that is. I say so. But all I would honestly note for you is that we are really under a great trade-off. This has been like a best game ever been achieved. And for so long, the final reason is they really have gotten a long way down. And that's for an exciting finish for Stephen Curry and Bazimski and their team. This really is an amazing matchup. And now it's time to present your New Balance Player of the Game. Tonight's Player of the Game goes to Stephen Curry. And Stephen is the chief Curry, but he just really makes all what he did. He can never slow down, he can never stop, he can play it like he's on fire on the head. And I say now, from the holy moly, you really felt like that this would be enough to make it some more sense. I give it all achieved. Down to 30 seconds remaining for Finney Smith will inbound to Reeves. Here's a 3 for Doncic, and that's good. He drops another 3. It's down by 2. Here's Curry. They're down by 30 seconds. Doncic watching in Moody. Over down to Curry. Drops it back. Finds over to Moody. Moody passes to Curry. A set over finding Bazimski. Down to 3. Here's Bazimski for 3. And there will be a timeout remaining for the Lakers and a chance to take the win if he makes it in. Well, this is it. The last quarter doesn't really have it all, so they really are going to have to do it. If nobody's around, then that's it. It'll be over. So far, this was like an incredible game. As you already noticed, that everybody's been like electrified. They really are putting all the pressures in. This is really what I've been seeing things going in. So this could be it. Will they ever make it? Or will this be the end of it? I'm going to say it's going to be the end of it. And I felt like the Warriors are really going to win it all. I think there's a better choice here for some use of an offensive strategy and a more aggressive and a more finishing up. The drive is simple, and this really got a nice start. I really love seeing that most people really are up to some challenges. It's going to be amazing on the attackers, but they've done for. It's amazing. And I think that the Warriors are going to get their 2-over-1 series. I think it might be a winner. All right, so as of right now, as the post-game show will be underway, let's see what happens with this game. Well, it's the moment, the time, decision starts now. Here we go, 4.8 seconds left in Chase Center. Jays for the win! No good! And it's over! Golden State Warriors survive! 77-75 is your final score. How do you like it now? Golden State is proud to be on it. I show what the response are. It is amazing. We go down to David Aldridge for the courtside player of the game. Who do you have, David?
Thanks very much, Jimmy. Another home win, and I know it's important to make this a tough place for people to come in and steal a win.
Yeah, we don't want anybody to want to come here and play against us. We don't want anybody to want to play against us on the road either. But I definitely think the best thing we can do is win all the home games.
And you guys are protecting the fort, man. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
And that's it. As for right now, this moment, this what comes into an unstoppable game, what a night. Along with me, Centerpiece, along with Wood Spoonie, this has been a presentation of the NBA playoffs. Thanks for watching and good night, everybody. Have a great evening. Alright, Centerpiece, thank you very much. All this all of that hard work, this turned to be like the Golden State Warriors that definitely turned it all. They win this game, and with that, it is a 2-1 series, and for the third game of the night. And I can't say now that for the Golden State Warriors, Stephen Curry, he was really making all that motion come to life. How do you love that now? Well, I say that it's pretty amazing. I mean, greatest nothing ever. Oh, come on. I mean, I've tried to do everything I did for. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this part of the game. With the total statistics, here's how they did. 49% for the field goals for the Golden State Warriors. Then the three-pointers was the Los Angeles Lakers with 70% on the free throws. This really must have took everything in there, didn't they think? Well, it did. I mean, I don't see anything what happens with. I couldn't feel like that this would be almost anything. Then 40 points in the paint for the Golden State Warriors. Then 11 second chance points for the Los Angeles Lakers. 29 and 27 bench points and assists was Golden State Warriors. That almost turned to be like impossible. 10 defensive rebounds for Los Angeles Lakers and 31 defensive rebounds for Golden State Warriors. 4 steals. That must have been LA and the Golden State team. Only 1 block. That turned to be like a little too hard and aggressive. 6 turnovers on Los Angeles Lakers. 6 team fouls. 6 dunks. That's something that they didn't really see it at all. And only 21 biggest lead with 19:38 time possession. Well, I gotta say now there, Balloon, I mean, all they notice is what they did here, they just come in fruition. And that's what it happened for. Yeah, it did. Now it's time for 3-star players of the game. Let's get to it. Right on. So the third star, let's see what we got. Alright, I'll take it over here. And in this one, the third star player of the game will give it over to Austin Reeves. He finishes off with 17 points with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Comparison with Braden Baczynski's on his time of the percentage here for 10 points with 6 out of 12 field goals and only 5 out of 9 3-pointers. Only 25 performance effort and he made 1 dunk. It's incredible that he does. Then in the second star player of the game goes to Luka Doncic with 18 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and he only did 7 out of 13 field goals. Just 4 3-pointers. That was it. And only 26 performance was to finish. I can't wait to see him for the next part of the game. And as for being said, the number 1 star player of the game goes out to the Warriors. We know the name. Holy moly. It's a smoke on range. Stephen Curry. He makes 22 points with 3 rebounds. Just amazing with 3 assists, 1 steal. 9 out of 14 field goals, 4 out of 6 3-pointers, and definitely 29 performance effort. I was really noticing that this was turning to be great. I can't wait to see what his next move is. Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up for the first day here of game number 3. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll be back for another game here. For tomorrow, the Bucks will play against the Pacers at 1 p.m. at Fiserv Forum. Then, the next game is going to be the OKC Thunders against the Mavericks at Dallas, here at the American Airlines Center. And then, tonight's game will be the other presentation one. Not really this, but the better game of the night, Cavs and the Hawks. It's our big series to take in for the 1 vs. 8 seed here at State Farm Arena. And finally, the last game, Rockets and the Timberwolves at Target Center in Minnesota. Well, folks, that's it for now. I'm Balloon, and I'm Paintbrush, and I'll see you all for the next game of the NBA 2k25. And for that being said, peace out for us a while as the playoff gameplay dial. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Have a good night, everybody.
If you don't, somebody will.